Arunachal Pradesh Bharatiya Janata Party on the robust budget 23-24 which had been presented by the Finance Minister Nirmala Shitaraman ji yesterday under the dynamic leadership of our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. The budget, which revolves around 7 points. 1. Inclusive development. 2. Reaching last mile. 3. Infrastructure and investment. 4. Unleashing potential. 5. Green growth. 6. Youth power. And 7. Financial infrastructure. This year's 2023-24 budget, which is being placed in the Indian Parliament yesterday by the Finance Minister, this is the first ever budget of Amrit Kaal. We have already entered 75th year of independence. Amrit Kaal, we have started celebrating, and we target to end the Amrit Kaal celebration at India 100, when India will be 100 years old. Majorly, this budget which has been presented by the Bharatiya Janata Party government of India under the dynamic leadership of our beloved Prime Minister is majorly to make India an economic superpower. Majorly, we have seen our government has targeted the infrastructure development. Fund allocation you have seen, overall 10 lakh crore had been allocated for the infrastructure developments in the various sectors. Roads, railways, airports, 50 new airports are being proposed, urban/city development, and other infrastructure developments across the country. Infrastructure had been basically targeted is to develop people living in the villages, especially in the international boundaries. The government plans to reach to each and every village, each and every person with proper road connectivity, with proper air connectivity. So therefore, the government has targeted the infrastructure development as the #1 point of development of the country. And in fact, we have seen in the budget, our government has targeted the poor, the village, the middle class. Middle class, we have seen the income tax rebate. It was 5 lakhs earlier, now it has been raised to 7 lakhs. Income up to 7 lakhs, which is being earned in India, majorly which happens amidst the middle class, it is raised up to 7 lakhs. An individual earning 7 lakhs annually, he or she need not pay a single pi as tax to the government of India. It's a very huge hit, and it's a very big news for the middle class and the poor people. And we have facilitated the women, the senior citizens of the country, various allocations, savings, different forms of schemes are given to them. And majorly, Government of India has targeted the youth of this nation. Skill India movement has been going on since long, and here to culminate the Skill India movement, the Skill India call, Government of India has proposed to establish 30 international Skill India training centers to skill the youth of this country, not to only serve within the country, but to make our youth fit to serve in the international level. And in fact, government has practically targeted to develop the tribal community of this country. Eklavya School, 740 schools they have established, and the Government of India has allocated funds for recruiting teachers and staffs. Government of India has targeted 38,800 teachers and staffs to equip all these Eklavya schools established in the country. This is a very major development, and all the tribal states, tribal dominated areas, wherever the development has not been given so far, has been targeted. The government has targeted to provide overall development in the various infrastructures, education, health, and in every aspect, so that the neglected and the downtrodden tribals of this country gets equal opportunity in the overall development of the country. And of course, we have seen the budget for the defense. In fact, it is highest. And we have seen this year, our Government of India has provided the largest ever budget proposal for the overall development of this country to a tune of 45 lakh crores. And it's a very good news for the people of northeastern India. For Northeast Special Infrastructure Development, the Government of India has allocated 2,491 crores rupees. It's a very huge news, not only for northeastern states, but also for Arunachal Pradesh. And we have seen Prime Minister Awas Yojana. Prime Minister Awas Yojana had been a very successful program under the dynamic leadership of our beloved Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. And this Prime Minister Awas Yojana to build houses for poor people of this country, the amount has been increased, and more houses will be built for the poor people of this country. And in various aspects, the major target is to make India a number one economic superpower in the coming 25 years, when India will be 100 years old. This is the major achievement. And in fact, our plan, our target of our Prime Minister to make India a $5 trillion economy. Now, I'm proud to announce that we have already reached $3.5 trillion dollar economy in the country in 3 to 4 years. The commitment given by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to provide $5 trillion economy to this country will be achieved within few years to come. And in fact, I would like to thank all of you for giving us the party the opportunity to extend our gratefulness to our Prime Minister and to our government for presenting a robust and futuristic budget this year. Money had already been pumped into, and you can, by getting the figure, 38,800 teachers and staffs are going to be recruited. And for the interest of, this is only for the education. And other infrastructures are also being provided for the upliftment of the tribal people of our country. When 38,800 employment generation, in fact, as far as possible, the Government of India is planning to provide maximum employment opportunity. And we are basically targeting the education sector of the tribal people of this country. I think this is an inclusive budget. I think in the inclusive budget, Arunachal Pradesh is also one of the states which is included in the major budget of the country. And Arunachal is also one of the privileged states, along with the rest of the country, where 50-year without interest loan given to the state to the state governments by the central government, this opportunity will also be availed by our state government in the days to come.